Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tell me what I'm looking at. EU West, the best server in the world, huh?
Yeah, you better than an A. 4-0, by the way.
Oh god. Well, can't really argue with that, but tell me what I'm looking at here.
I
What's
love
up,
Kai'Sa. I
okay.
mean, in this meta, I think
Mm-hmm.
every ADC needs to play Kai'Sa. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't play Kai'Sa, you're not ADC. And I love all ADCs, pretty
I
much.
see. Right, you're like playing everything essentially, right?
Yes, yeah. I just watch the comps and trying to figure out
Interesting,
what should I
interesting.
pick.
Just like
Sometimes.
me, in fact, back in the day, where I just literally try and play everything. Okay. Um. Okay. Cool. Let us take a look then. Yeah. And
And,
sorry, what were you saying?
and you replay what you want.
Wait, what was that?
And you replay which you want. I
Oh,
think
okay. You don't
we can
care?
start.
Okay, we just put the big one, first one. Any of these should be fine, TBH. And how long have you been having one?
I mean, probably for 2 months.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
I I've been Diamond 4 for probably like 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started to think that that's shit to be in such a spot, and I need to improve.
Nice.
To, like, the ideas went from the main goal to go for esports, and like to make it the goal of the life. And Diamond 4 was bad for this. Like, sorry for my English, it's very bad.
It's
And
okay. I can kind of understand.
I needed to improve. And like for
Sure.
2 months, I jumped from Diamond 5 into Masters, but it wasn't like Masters, just 4 games, and I gained like
Oh no. Yeah, I was just like somehow we got the masters, but then immediately D
yeah,
rank or something. Hey, this
yeah,
Nautilus is trolling. No, kill his ass. Go. Okay, good. Thought you were gonna let him get away with that. I was like, just kill him. Good. How do you think I knew he was dead immediately? What do you think?
because he didn't proc Aftershock, and Morgana didn't use Bind, so free kill. I don't know. And they're level 1, I
Yeah.
guess.
That was the big one, right? He tried to do something as you guys are getting level 2, right? It's just like nice int, right? So I guess you season 9 has also plagued EU West, I see. Like, does that look like a Diamond 1 support to you? Holy shit. Are you serious? Alright, whatever, man. Alright, let's fast forward. Good stuff though. Good punish. Very good punish. Especially on the mechanically speaking, right? Everything was pretty much exactly the way you wanted to play it. Oh, okay, we can talk about this.
I
Let's talk
mean,
about this.
I missed the W.
Yeah. Let's talk about this. All right. So,
Hmm,
what do you think here?
I think I had bad habit. Like
Mm-hmm.
when my support get engaged on, I
Mm-hmm.
immediately try to help,
Mm-hmm.
and that was really shitty to come to Nautilus in the melee range and trying to attack him from there. Like, I just needed to kite away from there.
Mm-hmm.
So then they are focusing my support. I should probably focus their AD because Nautilus had Aftershock.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you think you can kill Nautilus here? So, like, what are our rules for? Okay, yeah. So you're right that, generally speaking, our rules of a 2v2 is when in doubt, we focus the ADC, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the rules? When can we aim the support? What do you think?
Probably when we have tools to kill them. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well,
When we see.
usually it's like I'll give you a kind of hint, I guess. From my point of view, um,
Mhm.
there are kind of two requirements you
Mhm.
need to fulfill if you want to aim the support.
Probably our cooldowns and their cooldowns. I don't know.
More general than that, right? I think it's more general than that. It's like
General.
let's say So let's say it's 2v2 all in, right?
Yeah.
And you can kill the enemy ADC. You just go do it because that's almost always going to be good, right?
Yeah.
But if you just go kill the enemy support, sometimes good, sometimes not.
Because enemy ADC can kill us.
Right. So if we can kill the enemy support and we can get away with it, you can do it, right? So in this example, do you think you can kill the enemy support and get away with it?
I think not.
Why not?
Varus will have like empowered Q, and Morgana's pretty low on no mana. You know.
Well, what is, didn't Morgana already use all her abilities? Why does she need mana?
You think that we could kill him and get away with it?
Yeah, what do you think? Can you kill him? Why not? Why or why not? Based on what we saw here.
For the first reason, I'll troll with runes, and I have Lethal Temple. That's the first why we
Okay,
can.
Lethal Tumble's not great, but it could be worse, right?
Yeah, could be worse. I think if I didn't get W into creep, probably we will kill them. And
Right.
still,
W into
still
creep.
has flash.
Right. So it's of course it's like, it's less about like we could have killed him, we couldn't have killed him. It's more of how do we hit the creep, all right? Because we don't want to be doing that in a fight. But honestly, that's not really like it doesn't seem like it's a main problem, right? That doesn't seem like it's a recurring thing unless you like it creeps a lot when you're trying to land W on Kaisa. Now this is the recurring thing here. What is this?
Q on the free targets, and he has aftershock. I mean,
Yeah, he has aftershock, right? So it doesn't do anything, right? So that's it's definitely something you might want to make sure it does not become a bad habit. Or in fact, honestly, most players aren't even aware that aftershock is being procced, right? It's not even a factor for their fights. So maybe that's something you can look at: is how can we factor in aftershock to make sure we're not dumping in, damage when we shouldn't be. This Nautilus is actually trolling. What the fuck? Are you serious, dude? Dude, you guys make fun of NA. Do you see this? What the hell? All right, this guy's inting away the lane really hard. All right.
I mean,
wait, hold on. How'd you guys die? No, don't check that. No. No,
I mean,
you're inting the lane too. No, you died. No. Okay.
Masters of U West, by the way.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about this?
I think I trolled and I misworded it. Yeah, I misworded it. Oh shit.
Okay. So let's say you think he's in there.
At least.
Then what?
At least not to move like in straight line. At least.
Okay, true. That's part of it. Do you think it's like a problem or not really a problem?
I shouldn't chase him there. Just go away. Or
like, well, okay, is there a problem here? What do you think?
We should just go away because we see full HP Lee Sin, and I'm like 200 HP.
Well, you wanted the minions, no?
I think not. I have a lot of gold.
Okay, then you can say you think you can't do this. That's fine, right? No problem.
Probably
yes.
Yes.
Turn on the sound on accident.
Should just stick to the tower, not chasing him.
Stick to the tower, right? So what was, I mean, if you think you should stay, right, you should stick to the tower. How do we know that?
Because if I'm not under the tower, they kill me.
Yeah, that's basically it, right? And it's not that it's hopeless. You have Flash and Morgana Guardian ready, right? So I think that also is not something to worry about too much because you were like trying to word it, but like you misclicked or something. I don't know, right? So that's actually very common back in the day, or it was a very common mistake by me at least back in the day when like I thought I was getting ganked, so I just walk up to the bush. Nah, like check with spells or rewards safely because of course they're in the bush, right? And then you saw him, so you knew he was kind of there. Wait, this Varus is trolling. What is this really Diamond 1? When did you play this game?
I guess today. Or some days. Probably yesterday. I don't know.
I need to look these guys up now. Like this is insane.
The Lee Sin. No. I think high. Oh yeah, you'll find it.
Okay. I'm just taking a look real quick. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I don't know
Probably
what's
he
going on
was
here.
tilted. I
These
don't
guys
know.
are interesting. Okay. I don't know what like.
I mean, we killed dragon and they
I
stayed
don't
for
know.
the farm.
Maybe I'm like, you know, I actually think EUS is better solo queue, but like this is just
I mean,
all right, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. I hope no one sees it. I hope these guys don't see this, all right? Oh, you're inting too though, by the way.
oh, I killed him. I killed him. I was fine.
Oh yeah?
I just dodged it.
Oh, are we out? He has no flash. Oh my god. Oh my god, you dodged it too without using heal. Nice. Okay, you know what? That was pretty good. Oh, you better heal first. Nice. That was a nice foresight. He has no Q, right? So don't be worried. Good.
Yeah.
Good. He almost killed you with E, but you know, you played that really well. Wow, and you didn't push the wave. Wow, you need to run, by the way. Okay, that's fine. Very well played, and we got probably the best outcome ever. To a double kill, and the wave is pushing towards us. What is Lee Sin doing here? Nice 4v5, right? Okay, fast forward. So far, so good. So far, so good. With some minor hiccups. This guy's actually like Inter. Like, what does he think he's accomplishing by? Okay, okay, LTW, very nice. Yeah, dude, this guy is actually Inter, dude. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Maybe
Games.
I don't know, dude. This
Probably
I take it back, dude.
like,
EU West is not better than NA and solo queue.
Nah, it's just coin flip. That's why, to be honest, I'm looking for the.
Right. How, you know, if they give you handouts like this, right, and they're gonna give you handouts every game, how do you make sure you don't give out handouts, and how do you make sure you capitalize? That's solo queue in a nutshell. Every single rank, doesn't matter what rank it is, and the way you use these handouts, or the way they give these handouts are different based on the rank, right? Of course, the higher elo it is, the more harder it is to spot / the harder it is to keep your lead, right? But in essence, it's the same goddamn thing every game, right? We can kill this Varus if this Nautilus leave. Let me see. Could be fake. So yeah, it was fake or something. Oh, but you guys went for it anyways. Okay, let's talk about this.
W in the creep.
Yeah. Okay, so W in the creep is kind of awkward, right? This is gonna be worth even if you die, but you won't die. Oh, you are dead. Oh, goodbye. That's fine. Okay, let's talk about this. Just,
I mean,
seems like we're.
I thought they shouldn't die because it's like one plate. We just push and we have such a lead and we're diving. We don't. Okay, we see mid laner and jungler. Okay, let it be. We don't see top.
So okay, so so let's say you let's say you do dive. Let's just talk like mechanically here, because I think we're looking at some mechanical ideas.
Q too early. I mean, again,
I think you think the Q is too early. Why is that?
Anyway, lots of targets. Okay. Probably I should like ult closer to the wall so minions won't block my the W.
Okay, that's a good one. All right, but don't you have a line of sight here?
I mean,
right here.
I even.
Why can't you just W him? Oops, why is my pen broken?
I mean, like, I did one more out and then needed to be. Yeah, this way.
Oh, okay, trigger. Okay, so this is good to talk about. All right, so you said you needed one more auto attack for it to what? For you to you know.
For passive.
Right, so you're trying to get maximum damage potential off here, right?
Yeah.
So if you watch this example, what is that? Did you learn anything?
At least I should W when I have like 90%, then I kill him. Like when I ulted, I should immediately turn W because he was rooted and there are no creeps who can block it.
Yeah. the whole maximum damage with W off your 4 stacks on passive, it's nice. It's a nice idea, but in reality, all you need to do is just hit it. Usually, right? Unless you like really need to kill this like frontline tank or something, right? Like let's say it's like Alistar or Leona who failed their engage, right? Or Nautilus. Then we could be really greedy and get them with the 4 stack. But here, this is just a classic case of, you know, do you know if you if you on a backline tank, you just need to hit them and you win, right? Most of the time, right? So that's just something to take a look at. Is, you know, you're right. If they're rooted, you know, definitely you just ulti and then land the W. And then the Q, okay, sure, we can make sure we don't hit as many minions as possible by ulting away from them and stuff like that. But the W is, you know, probably going to be the most important out of all of those, right? So it's just kind of neat, you know, kind of like what kind of mechanical habits you have here slightly affecting these fights slash definitely will affect like fights in different games, right? I mean, god, we died on this. No.
Yeah, I didn't get out of the turret range, yes.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Firstly, I again missed W.
Right,
I missed
why?
damage because I just like randomly shoot it and didn't wait for the Morgana's bind.
Right, this is good, because this is a very classic habit here. Well, why are we throwing a W at him like this?
Because
what made you do it?
Yes,
okay, yeah, he's slowed. So why is hitting him good?
Like no creeps because I already like pushed the wave. Yes, so there's no creeps who can block it.
Right. Wait, so why is hitting him good?
Because we're going to die. Like mid laner and jungler are coming to us, and we should like give him as more damage as we can before we die.
And what are his items? Do we know?
I guess Bodrick and something.
So if this is the classic Varus, doesn't he build this? Blade the Ring King, right?
Yeah.
So what happens?
You mean like even if I him lifesteal back?
Yeah. Isn't he just gonna lifesteal back before the dive happens, right? Where's the dive here?
Yeah. It's
right. So that's So it's pointless, right? So it's a Kai'Sa thing where if you use your ability like this, you have to know what the consequences are, right? It's like a 21-second cooldown. That's so long.
Right? Yeah,
it's actually like so much longer than even escape abilities, right? Like holy shit, 21 seconds. And depending on your support, we can use it in different ways. Let's say you're playing with a Sona or some shit and it's not level 6 yet. Oh, we're just trying to poke them or something, right? It's all there's no combo potential there. But you have like a Morgana, so you guys or like if you have like a Thresh or a Blitz or whatever and you miss your W and then they like get hooked or caught, then it's like, oh, we kind of lose out on potential here, right? Which is why things don't go as cleanly here, is because you're physically missing an ability, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm using this ability just to poke in all-in matchup, I guess.
Right, exactly. So it doesn't make sense, right? Oh no, Lee Sin actually killed 2 people. Are you serious? No! Oh my god, what is this Rumble ulti, dude? What a fucking fiesta, dude. Holy shit. No wonder EU players are mad on Twitter too. This is disgusting. All right. Okay. What is this, dude? How is that possible? Has he never played Rumble before? What is this? What is this, dude? What the hell, man? Oh my god. Look at this.
Guess they just gifted me some LP.
Why would he ulti? I don't understand. Oh my.
Probably they were just tilted.
He's like, I want to kill this guy. You should fucking ulti like this.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason. They were just tilted.
Oh my fucking god, dude. This is just... Or it's just, everyone's just gonna play TFT, so... Okay, right? Okay,
yeah.
And then let's watch this. Okay. Shaco's alive, by the way. Let's go. That was very nice. And he pulled back his clone. Did you see that? But then he suicided right after. Holy shit. He's probably like, he didn't expect the Nautilus damage, but he has like 50 health, so interesting. Okay, whatever. Let's just not worry about that. So yeah, it seems like there's some slight like mechanical habits you could work on so far, but nothing like too insane, right? Very nice auto attack W. You're gonna kill this guy by the way, right? Show me the goods. Oh, you're gonna kill
I'm
this
back.
guy, right? Oh, your teammate finished it, so that's good. Sure.
Prepared.
Okay, wait, what? We're going top here? Oh, going for the snipe. Nice, good job, Talent. It's good that you actually did not continue going top, right? You guys are gonna waste a lot of time by sharing farm,
Yeah,
so that was really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very good decision making here. So so far so good. In terms of like the big stuff, I would say, in my opinion.
Yeah, but almost trolled.
Yeah, almost trolled. Okay, we're gonna hit the tower here. Sure. Oh, he's trolling. Free damage, right? So make him base. You can get the tower next wave. And you have flash in 5 seconds. I would not trust that Morgana Black Shield Varus ulti, by the way, so don't walk up to that man. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure. Nice try on the binding. Something's going on top, by the way. If you haven't noticed. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, we should move, I guess. No?
Yeah, you should move, right? So how do we know?
Like the wave is pushed,
Mm-hmm.
and the fight begins when I even can one out to the creep and run away because the wave will push towards them.
Right.
They catch it.
So like when let's say like a fight is going on nearby, there are 3 states for the wave to kind of be in, right? It's like pushing in, coming in, or at the middle, or pushing towards you. When should we go help and when shouldn't we go help?
Like 2 cases when it pushed or if it's on the middle because the wave will stuck and it won't push to us, so we won't need to catch the wave. Yeah.
Right. So, usually when you're pushing into them, or sometimes in the middle, right? Because okay, if you go help and it's in the middle, they're gonna push you in, and you're gonna lose that wave, right? But this is your chance to influence the game right now. So if you can somehow find a favorable outcome for your team here, you should definitely check immediately, right? Definitely go check, right? But it's definitely worth risking a wave unless it's super doomed.
Probably I even didn't saw. I mean,
oh,
my mob awareness,
didn't even notice.
Is not that great.
Wow, that was really good. You were watching the Varus, huh? Or maybe you just flash on instinct. Okay, that's fine. Actually, he had no flash, so he couldn't dodge it. I was gonna say, can you land that? But you can't. You can't actually. So that's really good. That was a really nice flash. Really well played. Man,
to be honest, like I have.
You didn't heal, by the way.
I died. Like
you didn't heal. Oh.
Yeah. I have like big problems, huge problems. I think like map awareness. I usually don't press summoners. Like retard, like I have flash and I didn't flash Nautilus hook or Varus ultimate, and I play only on instincts.
So there's no like preparation going on.
No.
So like this, for example, right? You're like this. Yeah, okay, I see. No, that's very common for most ADCs. They play what they feel is good, and a lot of great players do this as well. But it's also easy to get caught in traps if you do this.
Yeah.
Like for example, this is a trap. Like how do we like why do I say this is a trap?
Because I thought that Morgana will hit binds and I can get free damage, but I like one step forward and I'm dead.
Right. How is that possible? What do you think?
Because of Vladimir's like I don't remember how the rune's called. Like when you ult, he gets some speed and he
The phase rush.
The phase rush and like Nimbus Clock, yeah, Nimbus Clock.
Oh,
and
Nimbus Cloak.
when he ulted, he like okay, at least he can get to me with flash and ult and just one shot me because he has a lot of items. Like yeah, Proto Belt.
Well, you didn't heal. Why?
Yeah, because I'm retard.
If you're like, oh, you just like thought you were dead, right? You didn't realize the danger. Like how come you didn't realize there's danger here?
Because I had like a huge spell shield. Probably that's like he dealt me damage exactly when the spell shield ran out. I don't know. Was it on purpose or
No,
something?
he
Like
broke it.
he broke it. He broke it
Yeah.
with E. Okay.
So that's not quite it, right? Okay, let me show you something here. All right.
Okay.
You have 6-stack Rageblade. Can you kill him?
Yeah.
I agree. You can kill his ass, right? You can kill Knowledge too while you're at it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the other question. Can he kill you?
Yeah.
Well, obviously we saw, right? That's spoilers.
Yeah.
But how do we know? How do I know he can kill you without like watching anything?
Like, we know that he's like near to 2 stacks on Q.
Mm-hmm.
He has
That's it,
ultimate,
right?
He has flash.
Yeah, that's it.
He
2-stack.
has all cooldowns.
You ever played Vladimir back in the day when bot lane was a disaster? This is how we ADC mains now know that Vladimir with 2 stacks. Okay, you start running, right? Or Vladimir with 1 stack. He's gonna try, like, when he has this. Look at the damage here, right? So sure. You can ulti, you can E. This is the real damage, right there. 529, right? So
Yeah.
if you know that's the problem, how would you play this differently?
I would just won't come or just heal away. Well, like
Yeah,
in this
just heal
moment, I
away.
just heal and go away.
Yeah, you just heal and go away, right? Because you turn around, you stayed in range. It's like you know you can kill him. That's the instinct part.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes your instincts will tell you they can kill you, so you won't go for it. But oftentimes, if you're like, I'm just gonna kill him because my instincts tell him to, you're not gonna think about anything else except perfecting the kill, right? So it's kind of one of those. You're trying to like. I don't know. You get the urge to kill this guy, but you're not aware he's about to kill you. And honestly, this is like sometimes a Vlad thing too. This doesn't happen with all the champions, honestly, right?
I mean,
just-
you're trying like step up to win, but you're just like fucked up.
You're already
because
dead at
you're
the start.
ADC. Yeah.
yeah, you're already dying, right? You need like ulti or something to stop his damage. So, yeah, it's like there's no hope here, right? You can even just kill Morgana and pull away. You couldn't do anything to stop him, right? So it's kind of partially like a Vladimir thing. I know a lot of players have struggled. I don't know about you, but I struggled a lot with this shit until I figured it out, right? But kind of knowing how your opponent also kills people is important, right? So that might be something to think about, is what's the most important part about their kit they need to land to win. Right, the most important, and then there's like a second most important, right? So for Vladimir, it's the empowered Q, right? What is it for Kai'Sa?
I think like the stacks and the Ginses.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. What about in lane?
What about Vayne?
No, in lane.
In lane.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like the creeps probably. Like your positioning on the lane, your supports, your matchup. Yeah, no.
What gives you the most damage? Wait, what's the most important part of the puzzle to solve in like a 2v2 all-in for Kai'Sa?
For Kai'Sa?
Yeah. What's the most important puzzle? Like
W and Q.
W and Q, right? Now, why is Q not so much of a problem?
Because in 2v2 at least the damage is halved. At least if we're not talking about creep waves. Right, and its cooldown not that big as W.
Right, it's not as important for sure, right? But why is W? If I say W, in my opinion, is the most important part to land, in the 2v2. Why is that, right?
Because like, if you land it, you win. If you don't it, you lose. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's what you're looking for. This changes like throughout the whole game, right? So early mid game, late game could be different. So like late game Kai'Sa, maybe you don't need to land W. Maybe just isolated Q auto attack, right? So it's gonna be the same thing with all these champions: Vladimir, Rumble, Lee Sin, whatever, right? So it's kind of like a quick thought. This is like a habit that is really good for fighting. The one where we always say, before a team fight, check what abilities they have. It's really this idea, right? What is the most important part of their kit you need to watch out for, right? And you
probably even made the video about that, like the counterplay.
Right, the counterplay. It's just I know for Vlad specifically, it's not as clear for non-Vladimir players, right? So that just might be something to think about if it catches you off guard often. These like bruisers, divers, whatever. So, but your instincts to like kill, or if you have enough damage or whatever, they're very solid, right? They're on point so far, right? Oh, hold up. Basing for an item, but team is inting, right? Okay, nope, that was pretty good. That was very close. That was pretty fast, so they can take this, right? That was an insane one shot, so this is not bad. And it turns out you guys are winning 4v5, so Shaco play Pog, and then we come in and clean up, right? Kill the Vlad first, by the way. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this. Is this the same thing, round 2? You have ulti and heal. You can't lose, right? Oh, he queued your shield. Oh, no W. That's fine. Sure. We just kill them here because they're inting, right? What do we say about hitting tower? Don't fucking do it, right? You don't fucking do it unless you have a reason. Like, what are they doing, right? So I guess look at this. It's actually 2v4. What are they trying to do, right? I don't know, dude. All right, whatever. That's for it. They just lost Baron.
And so. We still were so scared. Like, what the fuck?
Well, you should be scared. It's just, you might as well take it slow if you're not sure, right? Because, you have all the time of the world to chase them back to their tower. So, okay, let's watch this. What happened here? Okay, we want a Baron control. Chico showed bot. Talon's going top. So, like, maybe I can do something here.
I trolled. Like, I did nothing here. Just they can just all-in me, like 2 seconds ago. I shouldn't help.
This one here?
Yeah.
There's a thing like Nautilus Flash or something. Yeah. It could be dangerous, example. Right? Yeah. Like, what do you... so, we can talk about this. So, this goes along with playing less along with your instincts and more of how do I help shape my instincts in such a way that it doesn't kind of lead us into trouble like this, right? So, like, what's the idea behind walking up here? What's the strategy? What are you trying to do?
Probably get some damage on them.
We're trying to poke them, right? I would agree, right? That seems pretty good to me. Now, what do you need? Like, is there anything you need to solve for in order to poke them?
I think I need to dodge all the CC, so I won't die.
Right? Hook? Rumble E?
Yep. And undodgeable ult.
Undodgeable ult. That's the problem. Undodgeable ulti. So you're like, okay, yeah, we could try and what's it called? Poke them when they're clearing the wave. I can't solve for think about the things you have to beat and then go for it, right? So if you're like rumble E, right? That's when your instincts take over. You're like, I'm gonna fight them, make sure my subconscious dodges rumble E's, right? Good to go, right? That's how you can kind of use your mechanics and like brain at the same your subconscious, your mechanics, your instincts at the same time of like thinking about it, right? But if you but you can't just really kind of go for it and then you get caught when he flash ultis you, right? Because it's not quite clear whether or not instincts think this guy's a threat or not, right? But in fact, we do know that this is could easily go wrong, right? Because Nautilus ulti gives him Nautilus hook. And Nautilus hook gives me an auto attack, and while he's auto attacking, Rumble has already ulted and I E'd twice, right? So now you're super doomed. So definitely something to think about, right? So very nice. Oh,
I think
Talon can't do something here. Oh, here we go. That's okay. You're gonna win this, but it's a little awkward. No, you trolled. Oh my god. Oh, you have easy. Oh my god, you're okay. Oh my god. All right, let's talk about this.
Yep.
Right.
Again, like,
what do you think?
Just auto attack. Give some damage. Don't think about their CC. Don't dodge anything. Like walk 2 seconds for Rumble ult, for no vision, and just get hooked. Yeah.
All right, so there are a few things we can look at here, right? So I want to start from the top here, right?
Okay.
Let's start with this beginning section here.
Don't use E when you don't need to use it.
Yeah, so that you already know what I'm gonna say, right? Don't use your E, right? Why are we, when do we use our E? What do you think? Let's say you're trying to do damage to Lee Sin, right?
No, like dodging skill shots and gap closing.
Right, gap closing. Well, let's say we want to do maximum damage possible.
Yeah,
without
like
E.
just to give attack speed for us, but I just need to move closer to the fight because obviously he'll shield for the Nautilus and run away.
Mm-hmm. And
Because
also, you know, if we want to eke out as much damage as possible, how do we you know, shouldn't we auto cancel this, right?
yeah, auto
And
cancel everything like
yeah, auto
ulti,
cancel
auto
everything,
Q.
right? Yeah, auto cancel ulti, auto cancel your W, right? So here's another idea that you might not realize. When you're getting attack speed from your E, right? Do you have any
Mhm.
items that would benefit from that?
Like everything, like at least Rage Blade. When I get to 6 stacks, I'm OP.
When you get the 6 stacks, right? So if
Yeah.
you're looking to win this fight for your team, like super greedy, like which you can pretty much do all the time in solo queue, right? We can actually save it until we have stacks on Rage Blade and then use it to one shot someone, right? Something like that.
I got
But
it.
really, it was just like you can use it however you want. It's just you didn't really get to use it at all, right? It was just wasted. So hold on to it when in doubt, right? It's a really good one. Here you could say you can face tank because you have heal and ulti, right? That's not necessarily a problem. I'm just more concerned that we used our E and we got nothing for it, but you could have just right clicked Lee Sin, right? So that's kind of a more important tell in the sense of sure, something's like, oh, okay, maybe we shouldn't walk in the rumble ulti, right? But I think this is like the more recurring pattern. Like for example, queuing into aftershock in lane, right? Would be one. It's like a recurring theme that'll happen throughout all your games, right? So definitely something to look at. This knowledge is actually entered, by the way. Holy shit. Okay, you guys get the Baron. So yeah, it's all really kind of mechanical ideas plus some maybe like ways to help your instincts along, right? It's not don't listen to your instincts for sure. It's how do you make sure that you get the best out of your instincts, but also make sure the worst doesn't happen, which is you do what your instincts tell you and then you get killed, right? So let's take a look at this. Nice. He has no Q, right? No fear. Okay. We just ulti, no problem. Easy clap. He's gonna Q in the face. Okay, good. Good. Very nice. Very nice W. You guys just win this game. Hold up. Someone's trolling here. Okay. There's a kill on Varus, by the way, maybe? Oh, maybe not. That's fine. You can stick around. There's definitely a kill on Varus, right? WWW. I mean, he's alone, so you're just gonna kill his ass with the E. The E Rage Blade stacks, right? Oh, yeah, auto flash for it if you don't think so.
I thought he had ult. That's why I didn't go walk in.
Fair enough. I think you actually kill him so fast that even if he ultis, he still dies.
Probably.
The beauty of Kaisa. Okay,
like in some cases you're just going to 1v1 assassin on ADC, and in some ways you're just not going the place. You're not following the place which you should follow, and that's not that good. No.
Very nice E. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, you don't have to go for it, right? It's just definitely an idea. I would consider it for sure, but of course, you never have to commit to anything unless you like lost the game without committing to anything, which is not really.
Let's get to this. Shaya or Varus.
Try the Varus one.
Okay. Varus was like like DC'd in the game, and enemy was turbo inting. I don't know. That was.
Is this a good one to watch?
I think not. I want to watch Saya and the last game.
Okay. Zaya one and the last game.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. We have 20 minutes left, so we can probably cover both if we kind of fly through this one. Let me see. I want to see some PvP interaction. I think that's kind of, we're diving one, so it feels like we should be working on different ideas, but from what I'm seeing, it looks like looks pretty fiesta-y, so.
Oh yeah, we trolled both. For example, like We
Oh my
trolled
god.
so hard here. It was like,
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. What do you think?
Like I didn't throw Q first. He was rooted again. Like the same idea with W. He's rooted. I just throw Q, root him. Simple. Get away.
Sure, you could do that.
I think yes.
That's one way to do it, right? If you were planning to do him dirty on hook, right? You can say, I'm gonna root on Q. I mean, root on hook, right? Anything else?
Positioning, like I placed two feathers on the right, and then I go to the right, and next favors was on the left. So when I eat, like I probably missed all of them. Yeah, all of them missed. What else?
What if I said you could save your QE combo?
You think like just auto attack him till his flash, and then QE?
Yeah, you can do that one too, right? So either on the hook, which is it can be hard sometimes, right? Or after the hook is fine, right? We kind of try to do it during. Right, check it out, check it out, check it out. What were you thinking here? I'm just gonna eat him, and then he flashed, and then you try to like immediately flash after him or something. But you know you're you don't quite have the angle here, right? So kind of like a
don't try to do some crazy stuff, then you can do some simple.
Yeah, just wait. Yeah, you always just wait until it's like super clean, right? You know, you don't need to do anything crazy here, right? Except let him hang himself, which he was doing. But somehow it went from we got his flash for free and we did 1,000,000 damage to we lost our flash and we took 1,000,000 damage, right? So
he trolled here and lost the whole way.
Man, what is this is Diamond 1 EU West, huh? Oh my! Good, we're out. We're good. Woo! Yeah, Thirst is dead as fuck, so we out of here, right? Unless he had a lantern for us, but he died anyway, so I don't know.
Okay, shoot that.
Yeah, it really looks like we're looking at a lot of mechanical fighting ideas, right? Something is kind of it's not okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's also not quite clean, right? We might be missing some ideas in these 2v2s. Yeah, that's definitely something to look at, right? What do you think has been some important 2v2 ideas we're seeing?
Like,
or not even 2v2 ideas, just fighting ideas.
Fighting ideas like don't use abilities when you don't need to use them.
That's a big one, right?
Yeah, I definitely waste my cooldowns a lot. What else? Like I always trying to go for a big play, probably.
Well, it's not necessarily bad, right? You just gotta, as we calculated though, which I think it's fair that you have had many calculated plays for sure.
What else?
Maybe something to do with your instincts, right? What is some kind of ideas we came up with there?
Like we not always listen to instincts, but we should listen to them like in a mechanical way.
Yeah.
We should think before we do something.
Right. It's good that you have the instincts to fight, and the mechanics are good if sometimes you need to hold in your ability usage. But you know you need to double check if the idea makes sense for sure. Right? Like you're like, oh, when I was trying to poke Rumble off and Nautilus is there, it didn't quite make sense, right? So it could have been potential for disaster, or the Vladimir one's probably the most obvious one, right? Like, oh, my instincts tell me I can kill him, and you know I'm thinking the same thing, but then I'm like, yo, he can kill you too. So definitely something to think about. Well, you know, what is their most important ability, or what is the most important factor for their fighting, right? Vladimir's
how they can kill me, and if I can contemplate.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I have such like a problem. I played a lot on Kai'Sa. I played a lot on Lucian and Tristan, like 3 champs, which I like limits are like 70 or 80%, but other ADs I don't play that much, and the mechanics are like coin flip. I can
Right,
do
right.
super good on Shaya, and like in other game I can do something like that.
Right. You know
So
why? You know why? It's because you know, every time you switch champions, you have to get used to ability usage again, right? Like like if you play 1,000 Xayah games, there's
Mhm.
no way you ever go for that QE. 'Cause you know
Yeah.
he's gonna flash anyways, right? So you just wait until he flashes, or you would immediately have like QE triggered when he gets hooked or something like that. But if you switch champions every game, this is where mechanical problems can happen, right? So I think that's also part of what's hurting you is that you switch champions a lot, right? Um,
But it won't happen with Kaisa. Like I always playing better than other ADs. You know, on
right,
Kaisa
right.
I win pretty much every lane, but sometimes I getting too excited. Like I have huge lead, then the fight breaks out. I ult in, die, Baron, and so that's all.
Right. Do you think playing more Kai'Sa games in a row will help you with that out of lane
I,
mistakes,
I
right?
I didn't know. Like I love this champion. It's great. Like oh,
Oh,
I missed that one.
so
I should.
I mean you already know. That was a beautiful idea, but you messed it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I promise you, like this is why I stopped playing like every ADC is because if you switch champions, what you just told me will happen and what we just saw will happen often, right? And it'll happen too often at this level where things need to go right. You know, it shouldn't lose to some um, random BS, right? Which is kind of what's going on here, right?
Okay, I got you. But what champion should I play? I don't
If
know.
you think Kai'Sa is good, you should just play as much Kai'Sa as possible, right? And then let's say sometimes you can't pick Kai'Sa because the lane matchup is bad. Then you have one other backup champion, right? I think it's
Hmm.
really good, and you just stick to those two as much as possible, and keep in narrow down your pool to make sure there's zero mechanical errors. That's what you want to get to. Right? Zero champion specific errors. Because in these replays, how many champion specific errors are we seeing?
I think probably three, like Varus, Kaisa, and Zaya. But I didn't like get in like super one-sided games where just or we inted or enemies super inted. After 3 deaths, enemy ADC just go FK. What the fuck?
Well, by champion specific mistakes, I mean like the way you use their abilities and stuff, right?
Hmm.
How many times have we seen that happen so far?
A lot.
Right, a lot, right? And it's honestly, for a person with your instincts slash natural mechanics, it's
Hmm.
something easily fixable, in my opinion,
Hmm.
right? The problem is just, we just, I think the problem is a lot of it is we just change champions a lot, right? Like, for example, you missed the E flash on Xayah. If you had played 10 games, if Xayah was your main champion, would you miss
Yeah,
that?
I
There's no
won't.
way. There's no way, right? Similar to how you're ulting in on Kai'Sa and you're dying or whatever, you waste your E. Maybe it's because you haven't played that champion in a few hours, and you're like,
Mhm.
oh shit, how do I, get something done here? And you press E to go in, and it's like, wait a minute, this doesn't quite make sense, right?
Mhm.
It's kind of like hard to reinforce what's like good slash not good if you keep changing champions. Like let's say for example on Kai'Sa, you're gonna make sure that when you ulti, you're not like throwing. You're gonna have to kill someone
Mhm.
when you ulti.
Mhm.
But then you play Kai'Sa, you play Kai'Sa, you start working on it, and then after 3 games it's going well, and then you pick Xayah, so it's no longer relevant, and you go back to Kai'Sa and you kind of forgot what you were already doing, right? In terms
Mhm.
of what you were working on for ability usage, or like how do I hold on to W on Kai'Sa, right? Remember your matchup, right? Um, like the reason why it's such an ingrained habit for me to check my support is because I've made that mistake so many times and lost so many opportunities because of it, like 2v3 or dives or follow ups or whatever. That I always check my support matchup or my lane matchup before I use my W
Mhm.
now, right?
Mhm.
And that only comes with you play Kai'Sa like 20, 30 games in a row. So it's like a
Yeah,
permanent
it's like
habit, right?
ADC routine. You
Yeah,
need to play a
exactly,
lot.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. You need to play a lot working on these things. So I think if there are recurring mistakes we're seeing, a lot of it is champion related, right? Like Kaiser
But
specific, Zaya specific. Like when we were talking about the ideas, seem good, right? So far, a lot of your ideas have been really good, which is why you're doing so well in these games, right? Okay, sometimes don't walk up to people who are gonna
yeah,
kill you, but you know,
I,
the ideas
but
are really good.
if my champion pool is not that big, probably I'm a bad player. For me, like I always ask myself about this. I have like a Kaisa. I play good with her, so probably I can level up or just climb with Elo. But
Mm-hmm.
will it make me a better player
Right. So
just with?
let's say, remember we're talking about your instincts,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you were walking up to that Vladimir, and you're saying how sometimes you know you can kill these people, but sometimes things can go wrong. Like when you went to poke out Nautilus, right? The way you can do these things on Kaisa is different from the way you can do these things on Zaya, which is different from the way you can do these things on Ezreal, right? Let's say for example, um, you're playing Zaya, and you're like, okay, Vladimir. When you're walking up to Vladimir, like, oh, I think I can fight him, right? And then he pops all this stuff on you, and then your Zaya instincts tell you that you can use your ulti to dodge his E, right? Because you're but on Kaisa it's like it might be different. You're just all you can do is just E away, and then he still hits you anyways, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. So even though you in both cases you might not be thinking ahead of time, you know, if you switch these champions over and over again, you won't have that instincts of I can Zaya ulti this Vladimir ear or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if you are actively working on it, then you definitely want to stick to the champions so that you have the same tools in a bunch of different situations, right? So let's say we're afraid of the Vladimir Q, so I'm gonna use my ulti to beat it when he goes on us, something like that.
Okay,
Right?
like the idea is when I play a lot on champion, I'm not starting to focusing on mechanics, just like the main ideas, not usabilities when you don't need to, don't fight when you don't need to, like this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it's also like kind of uh also teaches you like more in depth for the other parts of the game that we're not even getting to see here. Like for example, do you know if you can push mid, right, in the late game? How do you know? Oh, it's very different if you're playing Zaya versus Kaisa, right? Or can you harass them when they want to wave, right? On Zaya, it's super obvious. You're gonna walk up and they know. But on Kaisa, you could
Yeah,
hide somewhere in EN, right? So
yeah.
it's kind of preventing you from learning the more nuanced parts of the game. That's not just like whatever this fighting is going on, right? It's hard to kind of pick up. Like a lot of Vayne mains or Kaisa mains are like, oh, I know I can Baron really fast because you have a lot of experience on the champion, right? But
Mm-hmm.
you see like a lot of mistakes when newer players pick up these champions. You're like, oh, why aren't you Baroning? And they're like, oh, I didn't know, right? That's like kind of similar, but on like a obviously lower level idea, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't know. If I were you, I would definitely focus on as few champions as possible, right? It can only really help you and not hurt you, unless you're driven one trick. Then it's like you need to add at least another champion there. But two champions, three champions at most, I would say, right?
Like
Is
probably Kaisa and Varus because Varus counters Kaisa.
sure, yeah. If you think that's a good play, that's totally fine, right? And it really doesn't really matter too much which champions you play, as long as you think it's good and you
Mhm.
stick to them as close as possible, right? Um, it's like there are only some things, only some insights about your champion that you can gain by experience, right?
Mhm. Okay, it's like the
So
time is closing. I want to ask you about for me like $45 is a lot, and I waited like almost half a year to make it to like 3 sessions. So can we now schedule the next like in 2 weeks probably more in or in
yeah, yeah,
three?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We could
Just
totally do that. So
just
yeah, sorry the
to
wait
see
times have
the
been
result.
pretty long. The waits have been pretty long, right? So I'm trying to kind of find a solution for that. But yeah, we can totally schedule something. Um, yeah, just let me know, honestly. Unless you want to do it right now.
I mean, we can do it right now, probably.
Sure.
Like
What?
now I don't have money, probably in some days,
Mhm.
something like that. But like in my mind, it's like I need to have several sessions to see if I'm progressing or if I'm moving the right way. So like in 2 weeks we can see like I'm still using W like retard. I'm still using, but I'm still using E like retard, but I don't go in with Kaisa.
Right.
So like the right way, for
Right,
example.
right. That's you know, I see this though. This is kind of funny, right?
The ulti was like to kill Zyra, but it was already dead by Mordekaiser.
Oh, okay. I thought you panicked. I thought you thought Riven was flashing on you and not away. But
Probably
it's fine. It's
something like
fine.
that. Oh, that was my call on Baron. I like this
Uh,
calls. Like, oh, one of the coaches told me like these Barons they coin flip. They can or win you game or lose you game.
right. You gotta run. Oh my god, did we get it? Oh my god, we got it. Oh,
But we
it's not
still lost
worth.
the game.
It's not worth, is it? There's too many shutdowns, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And that was the one which
What do you
lost
think
us the
here?
game. I think we should just turn, or like,
How do you
turn
turn?
or run away.
How do you
We
turn?
turn with Mordekaiser E and
Okay.
Lee Sin R.
Right. So what happens if that doesn't happen?
Yeah, like they tried to turn, but I still called for the Baron. I hit the Baron. I didn't stick with team, just trying to hit them. Hit the Baron, wasted time,
Right.
wasted
So
cooldowns.
yeah. Right. So here's the thing: is there's definitely some Baron ideas. So I don't think this Baron call is bad at all. Right.
Yeah.
It's just why okay. So you're trying to turn. You got off it because you're trying to turn. Right. Is that the idea? Because like you said, there's a specific way we do it. Like the claw or Lee Sin. Or maybe your Q. That's not happening. Your Q auto attack E, but that's not really happening, right? So
Yeah.
so you should wait for those to go first before you
Yep.
turn, right? And keep doing it unless he's just gonna kill you. You think he can kill you if you're in the pit?
Yeah, for sure. Like Riven's coming. Kassadin is OP. What else? For
Acid is
Shajin.
OP. Well, let's say he ults in. No.
Yeah,
How do you
they
beat
can
this?
like only with flash, probably flash heal, but I don't have ult. The main
Yeah, you have heal, right? You have heal, so we should be okay. But
flash like
honestly, this is just
this is just int, and
yeah.
then
They just have TP, right? So it's a little hard. You can get
we
their
are 3v4.
TPs out. Yeah, 3v4 essentially. So I mean, it's not the end of the world. We got the Baron, right? So it's clearly not like game over for sure. It's just it might not have been the result that you were looking for. You have no Rise here. I hope he has TP.
Yeah, he probably TP'd in, but we
You died too
lost.
fast.
Yeah,
teammate got caught. Oh, we're all dying. You don't fight this. Okay, you got the GA, but I think you're just dying here, right? Oh no, you're good. Oh my god, that flash. Oh, you're still dead. You see how like you got his GA, but I still thought you were gonna die, right? That's just the nature of a 4v5. Right. So you don't want to continue a 4v5. I think you know. It's just this is good testing though. Can you get away with this is the question. For me, I always think no, because I've done this so many times that it's like impossible, right? Look how well you played this. And look how far you're running, right? Was there any chance you could get away here?
No.
Yeah.
No,
So what's the solution? We should run when our teammates got fucked, right? So unless we have some massive turn. And if you killed Riven, that's a different story. But you didn't kill Riven, right? What happened?
Yeah, I focused the Riven who got the GA, and
GA,
that's like nothing.
Yeah, GA can be strong, right? In terms of forcing 5v4. So, here it was 4v5. You guys tried to fight because, you thought you could get something, but,
I mean, like,
very unlikely.
These instincts which we're talking about, like, sometimes, like, I almost never think, like, in this specific case, like, I don't even think that this is 5v4, this is doomed, we shouldn't do it. Like, I thought, okay, I need to do damage. How can I do this? The closest target.
Yeah, that's the classic, right? It's very, for us ADCs, we're very mechanically focused, right? So once we get to the point where we have mechanics for a reason. Like we win fights that are even / we should win. That's what our mechanics are for. And sometimes losing, but we also have to kind of figure out when it's too losing or when mechanics can't save you, right? So you want to get to the point where you win the stuff mechanics can win, and then the stuff mechanics can't win, you need to learn. Like for example, that 4v5, right? Like instinctively, I was like, "Oh, this is fucked, right? We gotta. There's no way we win this." And then, so if you try and go for it, it's not gonna work, right? And that only comes with you try it over and over and over again, and then you realize something's wrong, right? Because you can't win no matter what you do. So, definitely, if you want to work on 4v5 ideas and how do we avoid that, you can just kind of create a habit so that when a fight breaks out, immediately assess the situation, right? Like for example. Here, like what was I thinking here? What do you think? You see this?
Like Mordekaiser gets low, I guess. Even when we were 4v5, like we're here 4v5, we should enforce. But when Mordekaiser got low, and that's all. We should just like ping, get away, even run.
Right. Like how doomed? The question is this winning? Not sure, losing, or doomed?
It's doomed.
Yeah, so that's those are your options. So that's kind of how I evaluate these, and most of the time it's not sure, right? But if this is clearly doomed, you just drop what you're doing, and we need to save the game, right? Because if you guys don't, then it's over. So like when I mean save the game, look what your team is doing. Thresh is sticking around and Ryze is TPing in. Like that doesn't make sense, right? Like TP when a fight is going on. So if it was even or slightly losing or not sure, he could TP in, right? But this man is so dead that how does TP save him? Right? So it's kind of everyone in solo queue does the same thing. How do we make sure we can spam ping our team, right? To not do it. Like watch the Lee Sin. Is he thinking the same thing? He's like, how do I save this fight? Right? It's not savable, right? There's no salvage here. You just need to run, right? And then if they int into you, you can save it. You see how that works, right? So maybe at least it was with you here, you could save it, but it's just not happening. That's like kind of how you can have instincts, but also kind of use your brain. So it's kind of like if certain things happen. Yeah. The last part is difficult. It's kind of like you want to have a response for different situations, right? Like how do you want to train your instincts to tell you when to not fight now, essentially, or double check if you should fight. So what do you think? What are some important times that you are not thinking in game that you want to be thinking in game?
Probably when like the fight breaks out, like the specific moment. I see only like I think only about like some targets. Then you in this specific case, I saw the Riven and I didn't go for like Kassadin or Zyra, who was like in front of me, because like probably 2 months or 3 months ago, I could easily like even didn't see this Riven and going for release, for example. Like I saw that he's closer, he's more dangerous. I need to kill him first.
Right. We definitely hit the closest target, right? This is classic team fighting, and then
But I'm so bad at team fighting. Like,
well, this is good. I think this is good. No, this is not like, good.
That this game, I mean, I have really big problem with I can't see my goods. I see only problems, and like that was one of the the links why I came here, because probably you can see some good things in me and tell me like what I'm good in, what I'm bad in, and how should I move forward to be better ADC.
Yeah, definitely the good is the instincts, the mechanics. They're all insane, honestly, right? They are really good. It's just that sometimes champion specific stuff will trip you up, right? And then sometimes there are things that happen that are kind of interesting, like for example, trying to fight Vlad, but he was gonna kill you, or there's a 4v5 going on. How do you respond to these? How do you respond to these situations, right? So it's kind of like watch your like mistakes right? Like when we were seeing these mistakes, right?
Mhm.
What do you think is most important to fix out of everything we saw today?
Now just being with the team, like Lysine, probably go away, run. I don't know. Just don't go in this doomed fight.
Like the mechanic part of it, like we want to kind of one way we can help with this is insert something after you get the urge to fight or something like that, right? When your instincts tell you to do something, you can
Mhm.
insert a new instinct and then proceed with your usual plan, like the whole mechanical idea. How do you do damage? The things you have to
Mhm.
watch out for, right? But
Mhm.
you want to have like a conscious decision to take this 4v5 somewhere,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? Before you start doing this all this stuff, right? It's like, oh, I'm gonna try and save it, right? Instead
Mhm.
of, you never really want to go with the flow. That's like a main thing that will help you, is never go with the flow. Always like evaluate what you're seeing here before you take this fight, right? And then you do what your instincts tell you to do, and then your mechanics and all that good stuff. So that's kind of like
Okay.
a good way to help you in these fights, at least, is immediately figure out what's going on here. Like, let's see if we can come up with some more examples of any of these fights. Let's see.
Yeah, probably not in this game specifically. Like I
Yeah,
think.
there wasn't that much fighting, huh?
Yeah, yeah. It was like 2 fights on Baron and this, and that's all.
Okay, here's a good one. Right here.
Okay.
Anytime there's PvP interaction, right? You
Mhm.
kind of want to go through the exact same process. Like when you see this, what do you think to yourself?
Like I saw Riven on the top. I think that I can hit this Elise because she's like deal damage to my fresh. I have heal, I have ult, and I have flash in 7 seconds. I'm super safe.
Based on so that's like the whole mechanical stuff that
Mhm.
that helps you win these fights, right? But what about the
Mhm.
strategy? What is our idea here?
Like, mm,
Like, remember the whole idea when Mordekaiser got caught? This is 4v5, you need to run, right? That's the strategy. That's like the big idea. And then
mhm.
mechanically speaking, you can say, I put down feathers so that if they chase us, I press E. Right?
Okay.
So that's like the mechanics of it, right?
Mhm.
So what's our idea here when you see this?
Here, like, to maximize our damage with W, and
Well,
if she can use,
that's like the mechanics part of it, right?
okay, yes,
What are you trying to do here?
trying to help Fresh.
Right? We're trying to save him, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then you evaluate, how many people are here? Is this doable?
Hmm.
So how many people are here?
I see Zyra, I see Elise, probably Jhin with his ult, and Riven. It's like
Mhm.
2v4.
Right. So we can kind of, you know save him, and then if there's anything after that, maybe we can go for that. But that's like our primary goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
To see how do we end up in this situation? We
Yeah,
almost died to Jin, right?
yeah.
What do you think?
I think I just left him probably.
Well, you saved him, right? Like, what do
Yeah.
you do differently here?
I turned. I tried to deal damage when I
Uh-huh.
shouldn't.
And what happened when you try to do damage?
They just killed. No, they just dealt more damage because there are 4 people.
Oh, do you see what happened here?
I got rooted by Zyra.
Right. So it's kind of like, what happened to our original idea? Didn't we just want to save Thresh? You got distracted by some kind of spicy root here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about it, how many times out of 100 do you kill anyone here?
Mm, 0.
Zero. And you would only know that not in the moment, because you're trying to fight here and you're looking for roots and all that stuff. When do you figure this out?
Like when Trash missed hook,
What was our strategy in the beginning?
just to save him.
Yeah, just to save him. That's how we know that from the start. There wasn't really anything else to find unless they're like inting,
Mm-hmm.
right? You see how that works, where you have this goal in mind before stuff happens, and you stick to it, knowing that 9 times out of 10, this is what you're looking for / what you want, and anything else
Mm-hmm.
is probably not good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you deviate from it, you're gonna run into some problems, right? Like this, you have potential problems because let's say you flash the root, or you even sidestep it. Do we even gain anything?
No.
Yeah, nothing, right? So that's the thing is that we might not have a main idea before you fight. I think that's something that you could work on. Is what's my main plan? What's my strategy? What's my goal? And sometimes it's team related, right?
So figure the strategy, and then the instincts will show up.
Yes, you figure out the strategy, and then you apply your instincts to it, right? You're like, okay, save this thresh, and then you'll look for ways to like heal bait or root him, or maybe you can turn, but we're not gonna like chase them or anything crazy, right? That wasn't part of the plan, right? It would have to be like actually inting for you to be able to like turn around, right? Let's say this is Faker on Riven, right? Like we're fucking dead here, right?
Yeah.
This Jhin and Riven, dude, she's flashing and then dash. Oh my god, there's so many ways you die here, right? It's like flash 3rd Q EW, or maybe like Jhin ulti comes from downtown, right? They actually can kill you here. I don't know why they're so scared, but this is easily doable, right? And it's only doable because we somehow gave it to them.
Yeah.
And it's because we kept trying to fight and something like that. And honestly, it might not matter at this rank, but at later ranks, it matters because this matters the higher level you get. Right? If you have no HP, they actually run to Baron and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
When you play against like pro players, this becomes relevant where you might not die, but if you lose HP because of something strange, then you're gonna have a problem. So right now it doesn't matter. Sorry, what were you saying?
The pressure. The
pressure.
They don't need to kill you. They just
And solo queue, if they're like bad players, they people die anyways. Like for example, did you see that? For example, right? So the HP doesn't matter the lower elo you go, but it does become relevant if you want to get to higher ranks, right? Especially if you want to be a challenger. So that's definitely something to think about, right? What is your general strategy? Like if you look at this, every time a fight breaks out, I want you to have general strategy off the top of your head, right? So when you see this, how do you evaluate this? What do you think? What's your general strategy?
Like probably we're coming slowly to the fight and trying to catch someone while they are getting our red because they're greedy. Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Yeah. Why do you think you can win this?
Because Ellie is low HP.
Okay. Is there a better reason?
3v4.
Is it 3v4? I think you might be missing numbers here.
It might be 4v5.
Yeah, 4v5. Like why is it? Why do I think it's not 3v4?
Because we don't see Riven.
But
like Cassidy is dead, and we are all in the bottom side. It's coming to 4v3, which can be like continued into the 5v4. Yeah.
I think everyone's gonna get involved, so I always make it 5v4. But you're right; it's currently 4v3, and then you see Riven or whatever, right? So that's how we know. That's our general strategy: 5v4, run it down, we win.
Yeah,
right?
we win.
And then based off your instincts, you're like, okay, we fight, we're good to go. And it's very different from it's 4v5. They're in our jungle. What do we do?
Run.
Yeah, give up red, go top. Yeah. So based on it's very different, right? If it's 4v4, we're like, okay, we're looking for something good before we commit. Right? You see how you play differently in all three scenarios, but if you don't have this idea in your head before you fight, you play the exact same way in all three scenarios, right?
Yeah.
So this should influence the way you are currently fighting. So you have your idea, and then based on what you see here, we're like we can keep going or not keep going. We can definitely keep going, right? So it looks like this might seem like it doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things, but knowing that it's you have man advantage and we should fight, right? Is a world of difference. Like when you see that when he died, it's fine. We keep going. We have man advantage, right? You see how that works, right? Is that somehow we're like a little afraid, and then he inted into us, right? And then we're good to go. Oh, we got a shutdown. See, everything is good, and it's like, how do we know it's good before it's good? Is because we have this idea in our head, right? So I don't think you can chase him, unfortunately, but nice try. But yeah, anytime a fight breaks out, you want to know what your general strategy is before you do it. before you take the fight, right? So like if
Probably
we
not. Probably not even the fight. Like even in the lane. If the
anytime PvP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anytime is PvP. Like check this out. Let me show you. Let's get to the out of lane stuff on Kai'Sa. Okay. Anytime there's PvP interaction going on here. You see this? What's the idea right here?
Like 4v2, we can go and kill them.
Yeah, 4v3 let's force, right? Not unless it's bot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's it. That's like the general idea. And you know, because we know these rules of man advantage, or you know, whoever hits tower is dying, we know it works because it's like it works 9 times out of 10, right? Unless there's some kind of crazy exception going on here. And then it's like, oh, Varus died. What's our strategy here?
We should push.
Now,
okay, now I'm like 1v2, probably continue. No, Chakras go to the dragon, and 1v2, I shouldn't.
Right, we shouldn't be pushing, right?
Yeah.
We should be helping top or AFK mid or something, but we definitely don't want to give them an advantage, right? So you just died here, right? You see how that works? Is if they had a ward on Shaco and a ward in the river, you just died because they knew it's 2v1. But so every time there's chance of PvE, I want you to do this plan. This like, what's my plan? And you want to make it, you know, kind of as accurate as possible. So like, I think you're doing a really good job right now. So you're like, oh, you recognize that, you know, Shaco's here, team's up here, it's 2v1 mid, so we shouldn't fight, right? So main advantage will tell you what your plan is essentially. But you want to have an idea of what's going on here before anything happens, right? So that's unfortunate. Oh, okay, never mind. But it's kind of unfortunate how, you know, we didn't really get to do anything here, right? Because we should have been top or we should have been a dragon, but we weren't doing either. So both got kind of compromised if you weren't careful. So, and you can do it every time, literally every time. Like you see this, what's the plan here? What's our strategy?
Probably to back off because I don't know where is the last one guy. Who's the last? Varus. I don't know. They can
he's coming from base. He's coming from base, right?
Probably they can easily dive me, like 2 ults and I'm dead.
Yeah, yeah. So if you think they can dive you, boom, give up the tower. That's it. That's the plan, right? And if you think that they can't dive you, that's all you have to say. Then you trust your mechanics, right? Or you make sure you aim like important things if you're like forgetting stuff. But you see how that works is like it'll tell you what you're trying to do, and then you apply your mechanics to it. You apply your instincts to it. Right.
I got
that's like a good way. That's an extremely good way to you know, figure it out. Because like here, right? You told me you almost inted. What you said we should not try and defend this. And what are you doing in game?
I'm trying to 1v2.
Yeah, I'm trying to fight them. I'm like, why? Wait, hold up. What happened here? Right? Something went wrong here in terms of what you think is actually good in replay and what you actually do in game. So if you come up with a plan right before PvP interaction happens, this will help you a lot, right? And telling you how should you play this, right?
So let's make a conclusion, I think, because I had a lot of your time.
Okay. yeah. I think this is good. I think we needed extra time to flesh this out, but I think there's 2 main things I would like you to work on. Well, I think that will help you the most. And they're kind of the exact same things I worked on when I was trying to break this barrier. All right. So the first is you need a smaller champion pool. All right. We talked a lot about it, but I think you know I can both see that there are some mechanical errors that should not happen that are happening. Right. So that's the first thing is fix the champion pool to as few as possible. Because like even if this happens, it's like, you know, the goal isn't to beat these players, right? The goal isn't to beat these guys. The goal is to beat the players better than you. How will we ever do that? Oh, we need to hone in specifically on our champions. Polish our champions. You know, polish your weapon instead of having like 5 different weapons, right? And then the other one is you want, right before PvP interaction, I want you to think about what you're trying to do and why. So usually it's just the why is always man advantage, honestly. So just figure out man advantage and be like, okay, attack, defend, run, whatever, right? And then I think that will tell you what to do in these fights instead of kind of going at it, taking each situation as what you see in front of you, right? Like at face value. So I think that'll help a lot. What do you think? Did I miss anything? What do you think is important?
I think like the hardest for me, like the question, like the task is to think, because my critical thinking is pretty bad. Like when I'm in game, I told you it's like coin flip, but when I'm watching replay, I can easily see the mistakes and what I should do in specific moment. Like we're watching replay, and I told you like, oh my god, I'm just Indian. What the fuck?
Yeah, you can see it immediately, right? You can spot
Yeah,
it immediately.
yeah.
So here's one thing I did when I was like having an off day, or I was having trouble with this, is if I could not figure out my PvP plan, I would just AFK a tower, right, and wait and figure it out, and then I'll go push or something, right? So let's say, for example, a lot of players will rush to push mid, right, without thinking first. That's how you make bad habits, because if you don't think first, how do you know if you can push mid safely, right? So I'll be like, okay, then if I want to push mid, if I want to, right? If I want to go get to push mid, I need to think this faster. So you do this every single time for your right before PvP stuff happens, and you don't do anything until you figure it out. Because let's say, for example, you're trying to think of your plan. Let's say a fight breaks out, and you're like, oh shit, I haven't thought of my plan, and you just jump in there like usual. You didn't get to learn anything. That doesn't help you, right? That didn't help you get better. But if you AFK for like 2 seconds and then you join, you might have lost some damage for your team, but personally speaking, you got practice in figuring out what you're supposed to do here. So next time it'll be 1.5 seconds. And then after that, it'll be 1 second. And then you get to the point where when you see it, you instantly know what you're supposed to do. Right?
Yeah.
Like the whole Mordekaiser thing. I saw that. I was like, you gotta fucking run, right? You gotta run and look for a turn, or you guys just leave. But everyone on your team just tried to fight. Right? So that's how you guys make this, make something bad, make it worse, right? So that's, I think, the key giveaway is figuring out what you're supposed to do before you go do it. Every time. PvP wise, right? So PvE wise, we didn't really see any of that. Honestly, it's just not too much farming going on. It was just honestly a lot of fighting. So I think you're fine. The PV, like when you're killing creeps, look at this. 10 CS a minute. You don't really need help with that, right? I think you just need to come up with a plan before you fight. Like take a look at this. Like what am I thinking here? What do you think? This is PvP interaction. Anytime champions are close enough to hit each other, you're about to have some PvP stuff going on here. So what's the plan?
Probably
I don't know if you can press tab, but
a bit poke them, but not commit too hard, because I don't know the others, and it's like two objectives are alive, and then who wins the fight gets the objectives. Probably is like huge advantage, and even probably the game.
So if I told you try and poke them, you lose 5v4. How?
Probably just Kassadin ults me, Jin W me. I don't know. Probably
they're just trying to fight. They're just trying to try and poke you, trade with you, and then run you down. Like, how do we know if Ryze can come help?
If he has ult, but he doesn't.
Well, is it ulti, or what are we looking for really?
Ulti, TP. I don't know.
He's TP, right? Like if let's be honest, if he tries to ulti to the fight, I mean, how far does he get? He doesn't get very far, right? So
probably, yeah. We're looking for TP. We're looking for TP.
He needs TP.
In most cases.
Right?
Most cases. So
what happened? We didn't check for TP before we tried to push, right? You see how that works? Yeah. And then I've seen this a million times. They come in from this side. The top laner literally comes in from that side, or something happens, right? Or Jin starts with ulti, and then we have a problem on our hands, right?
Yeah.
So and then Lee Sin just kills this guy somehow. Oh, and then we do have TP, right? So the thing is that if you don't plan it, that's the problem. If he had no TP, we just lost Baron, right?
Yeah.
You see this? That Lee Sin tried to kill Lee Sin tried to kill Jin and failed. Oh, that's a really bad sign, right? Good thing they're at least entered into us, and it turned into a 5v5. But you see how it's like, anytime there's PvP interaction, you needed to know. Without that Ryze TP, you guys are doomed. Or you're not doomed, but you're losing. Currently losing at the start, right? You see how that kind of like it may seem like, it's just like things are happening, but the Ryze TP was important for you guys to figure out what you're supposed to do, right? Because if you had no TP, what's the plan? Let's back it up. Let's say he has no TP here. What are you supposed to
do? Just catch the wave, probably. And
catch the wave, right?
That's all.
And let him push. No fighting, please. We need to not contest this wave, right? Let them push. That's fine. Because he's currently farming, right? He's maximizing his income.
Mhm.
And then what happens when they go to dragon? What's the plan?
Mhm.
What do you think?
I think even if they go for dragon, we can easily go Baron.
Yeah, exactly. That's it, right? So that's how you know based on before any kind of fighting happened. You already knew what the plan was. Okay, they're gonna push in. We're gonna clear the wave. They're gonna go to dragon. We're gonna push mid or invade or pressure Baron, right? But we're not gonna try and 4v5 the dragon.
Yeah.
You see how it's all. You see it's all ready. And if you see your teammate doing stupid shit, you can immediately backping because you already know what you want, right? So it's like this is the stuff you're missing is you don't have a plan before stuff happens, right? You need to figure out what the strategy is. So before you guys go for stuff. So if I saw, like I say, it's 4v5, and I saw that Lee Sin go in, like I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go help this Zyra, right? Or I'm gonna try and kite this out, right? So makes sense though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that kind of shed some light on how you can help use your brain and instincts together?
Yeah, I think I'll do it.
Good.
For sure,
So,
I'll be better. For
very
sure.
much try and do this actually as often as possible in game. So what do you think the trigger is? When do we do this in game?
Like every time when I have a break, probably probably clear the wave and think about my next step. What should I do next?
Yeah. If it's always if fights happen, what are we supposed to do? I guess is a good way to put it. And based on man advantage, right? Like if fight happens mid, Rez is TPing in 5v5, right? We're looking for some kind of turnaround. But Rez is no TP, we need to kite it out so he can push or come to help or something like that, right? It's gonna be different every time. So kind of have to figure it out right before it happens so that when it does happen, you're prepared. This is a good way to put it. What's the main idea?
Watch for key. Like if I don't have flash, I can't step up.
Oh yeah. Honestly, that's like that disappears when you figure this out, right? Like you would have known not to try and poke them because your Morgana was leaving. This is 1v2. It's impossible, right? So those go hand in hand for sure. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah,
I think this will definitely help you a lot. So at first it may seem really slow, but you need to start somewhere, right? So definitely work on not fighting until you figure this out. That's like really important to not keep doing the same thing you've been doing. Because if you can't figure it out fast enough and you just give up and try and fight, that was your opportunity to get better right there, right? So you need to literally stop and figure it out before you go do stuff. So make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Then any last questions?
When we set up the next date.
I mean, honestly, if you can get the replays up, I'll just make time for you. So I'm gonna try and like.
Can you repeat, please? Like words got eaten by the internet.
it'll be fine. You just get the replays up, and I'll make time for you. Right? I'm fine. I'm gonna try and like. What's it called? Keep my schedule more open more slots basically. So there shouldn't be too much of a wait time. So.
Okay, like I'll just load like perma videos. Probably I will like delete someone which are old, and when you'll have the time, probably like I'm free all day, every day. So like
sounds good. So I'll recommend literally like 20 games of like one or two, like 2 champion pool. Right, working on this idea, and you will see progress in 20 games. I promise. In 20 games in a row, if you can work on this idea and keep your champion pool small, you're gonna see some results. So, the important part is remembering to work on this habit in game. All right.
Like, don't fuck up and like, oh my god, it's a rum game. Let's go.
Yeah. So.
Thank you a lot.
Alrighty, no problem. I'll upload this to YouTube so you can go back and rewatch. But yeah, definitely. I think you can do really well. Just make sure that when you do get challenges, say NA better than EU.
Okay.
NA ADC is better than EU, right? So.
But I'll add Kappa. Sorry.
Yeah, Kappa. So yeah, let me know how the games are going. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. Then yeah, good luck in your games and have a good night. I hope I didn't keep you up too late.
Like it's like 1 a.m.
GG. Alright, well, shit. But yeah,
Thank
let me know how the
you.
games are going, okay? And if you have clips you want to show me, definitely send them my way. So
The one game, like the last Kaisa KLOP, there was the sick outplay. You should watch like 940. That was super sick.
wait, the last one?
Like yeah,
Let me see. 940.
yeah, like yeah, 940.
Alright, so you got some insane plays already from the replays we saw. So take a look here.
It was
Ulti
starting like
is Q or something.
it was 2v2. It turned into 2v3, and the sick moment was in killing a Momo. It was super. I don't know. It was a pleasure to kill him. I don't know how to
I
name
see.
it.
Oh, okay, nice. You got flash. Oh, nice dodge. He's gonna try an ulti, Lamau. Ah, he's trolling. Oh my, flash, nice, clean, very nice, very nice. That move was really upset. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Good stuff.
Like the Kai'Sa is probably my best champion, but I always have doubts on myself. How good am I? And like a lot of ways to improve. I want to be I want to be the best in the shortest period of time. I want to learn every champion. I want to learn every mechanics. I like practice CS in probably uh, 1 hour each day. I'm playing
Yeah.
fucking also 2 hours in a day just to have these reactions. I'm working on myself too hard, probably. Just need to like
I think you're doing really
speed
well.
down.
I think you're really good. You just need some guidance in terms of less champions and
Hmm.
more like how do we problem solve in these games? How do we add beneficial habits to help what you already have, right? So yeah, I think you're definitely on the right path. So but yeah, keep
Okay.
playing Kai'Sa. Like your Kai'Sa is definitely really good. Just look at some ability usage ideas, and
Mhm.
that comes with only playing Kai'Sa. Like, look, how did you ever play 2 champions in a row? Only Kai'Sa, right? Okay, Zaya here too, right? We want to see like we don't want to see like changing champions. Changing champions it means like for fun, all
In the
right?
preseason, I got like 40 games in a row on Caitlyn, and that was fucking exciting when I like placed trap wherever it needs to be. It was so
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Like
exactly, right?
mechanic. Hmm.
Yeah, the mechanics became you don't have to think about the mechanics anymore, right? It's
When you
like
play a lot on champion.
yeah, it
Yeah.
becomes instinctive, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what you that's definitely what you want. So
Okay. So
alrighty,
probably
yeah. Hmm?
probably in 2 weeks I'll be a masters. Hope so.
Sounds good.
Like I wanted to rush it today, but some bad games.
Don't worry
And
about
in the,
don't worry about
yeah,
the rank. The rank comes with getting
yeah,
good, right?
yeah,
So
yeah. Elo in season 9 is nothing.
yeah, that's pretty. You know, usually I wouldn't say that, but yeah, that's pretty true. So well, yeah. Let me know how the
Okay,
games go, okay?
in which way? I should just like give you replays or something like
Oh
that.
no, just be like, oh, games are going well. You're working on these new habits, or you know, you need help working on the habits. You know, things aren't really coming to you. That kind of stuff. Let me
Hmm.
know. Let me know how your progress is, okay?
Ah, okay, okay. Thank you a lot for your time. Sorry for like more than an hour.
No. It's good. It's good. It's good. I think we had some things to cover. It would be strange to end on that on an hour when we weren't quite finished yet. So,
And thank you a lot.
alrighty. Good luck in the games. Have a good night. And yeah, I guess see you next time.
Yeah, see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.